Yo, what's up? It's your man Chazzellis once again. Just out here chilling, doing these little videos for you. Somebody actually hit me up and asked me if they thought they were a rebound and they wanted to know exactly how to find out whether you are one. And it's like 7 ways, 7 signs to let you know whether or not you are a rebound person, whether you're the rebound chick or the rebound dude. And, just to let you know what to do about this shit. The first sign that you're going to get that you are a rebound is early connection and willingness to commit. When you generally deal with a person, there's a level of hesitancy about trying to be with somebody new. And the reason for that is because they've already dealt with a person. That didn't work out. They've closed that wound and are afraid to reopen it. When you're dealing with somebody who's on the rebound, that's totally opposite. Totally opposite, because they've dealt with a person, the wound is still open, and they're looking for somebody to pack it. You see what I'm saying? They have not dealt with their shit, and they have not closed it. So they're going to easily take you in, and they're going to easily transfer everything they were feeling about that other person onto your ass. So all this good loving and wonderful treatment you're going to be getting, and that willingness to commit so early, is coming from the fact that they have never closed the old wound. Residual effects are still there. You're going to get various. The second thing you're going to look at is you're going to get a lot of conflicting, inconsistent thoughts and feelings. Like, you go over their house on Monday, love. Oh, I love you. I care so much about you. I can't envision my life without you. You go over their house on Wednesday, I don't know where this is going necessarily, and I care, but I'm thinking about it, blah blah blah. You're gonna get that kind of thing, or you'll get a consistent 3 weeks in a row of them acting like a normal person, like they really care about your ass, and then they'll just be standoffish, or it won't make sense to you, and you're like, what the fuck? So that's something that you gotta watch out for. You gotta watch out for the inconsistency in their emotions and feelings. They're going to also have, once you get past that point, you're going to have the rapid deterioration of feelings. That means where they was all on top of you before, and they was like, I love you, I care so much about you, and it was kind of intense before, it's going to rapidly deteriorate. It's going to turn into, go from I love you and I care a lot about you to I'm not returning your phone calls all the time, I'm doing this stuff here, I'm doing that. It's going to kind of get real distant, real super duper quick. And you're not going to be able to figure out exactly why. Because it don't have nothing to do with you. It's got to do with what's going on with their relationship that's still the core relationship. See, the person that they're rebounding from is the core relationship. And you're like, you just something to occupy their time. Sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. This is the person that they chasing around the world. And as long as that person keeps running away, they're going to use you to give them energy to keep chasing them. Or they're going to use you to get energy to keep chasing what they once had. They may be trying to find somebody opposite or whatever the hell. But you're just energy for them. It's something to occupy their time. You're going to have consistent bashing of the ex, followed by defense. What I mean by that is, you probably all been through it before. They bash the ex. He wasn't shit. She wasn't shit. She did this. She did that. He did this. He did that. And then when you try to come in and say something bad about him too, like, we all want to try to co-sign a motherfucker when they say something like, that does sound fucked up. They'll turn right back around and defend them. It's some crazy shit, but if you listen and you think about it, you'll notice that that's what happened. Because here's what's going on. And it's some shit that's going on outside of your situation that you probably don't know about. A lot of times, when somebody's on the rebound, they're still dealing with the ex. Maybe not physically dealing with the ex, but they're still dealing with them. Conversations, the relationship is still kind of, in their mind, is still fresh, and it's still going on. So the ex at some point is going to notice that you came into the picture. They don't have to tell them. They don't have to do shit. At some point, the ex is going to notice that you came into the picture. And the ex is going to start trying to push where they were absent before. When somebody's rebounded, especially, they're vulnerable to that. Exes have a great way of figuring out what the hell you doing, even if you ain't told them shit. You don't have to tell them nothing. You don't have to have been out in public where they can find you. They know because of how you're acting towards them. When you're dealing with somebody new, you don't have time for your ex. You don't have time for your ex's bullshit. They saying something to you, they trying to start a fight, and you don't even fight back. They know somebody else is in your life now. And that's when they going to start making a move. Now, if you're over them completely and not vulnerable, it ain't going to matter. But if you're vulnerable, that's when you start seeing the changes. They dog the ex, then they come right back and defend them. All these gradual changes that you see, or if you see that rapid decline, is coming from that. X is coming back into the game. All right, and things just moving around. You get a lack of concern for your feelings. It used to be a time when when they cared about you and they seemed to care about you and they seemed to want you to be around and all that kind of stuff. And they wanted your time and all that kind of stuff. But here's something that I want you to ask somebody. If you think you're a rebound, this is one of the biggest things you want to ask them. Say, what is it that you like about me? That's one of the major things you want to ask them. And this will tell you that, this let you know that you're a rebound. If what they say they like about you is in reference to their ex, I like you because you ain't loud and obnoxious like my ex was. I like you because you don't be doing this. Now, don't get me wrong. People are going to always compare somebody to somebody else. That's going to happen. But if everything they say is in reference to their ex, or if everything they say is only based on what you're doing for them and not who you are, because you got to remember, they broke up with this person for some reason. They broke up with this person for some reason. It was something going on. So, when they sit there and you ask them, what do you like about me? I'm going to tell you some crazy shit. If you say, what do you like about me? And they be like, girl, you got a fat ass and I love looking in your eyes. You're pretty. That's less damaging than saying, because you do everything in the world for me. My ex never did shit. It's crazy, but it'll make sense if you really just think about it. Another thing you can look at is the rationing of that person's time. See, we spend time on what we care about. Point blank. We give our time to what we care about. Person could be working, they could be doing all that kind of shit, but they spending time on something. They're putting their time into something that they care about. If that person is putting most of or all of their time on you and it stays consistent, it's probably not a rebound. Because they're giving you their time and they're consistently doing so. You also got to look at the fact that if they got other shit to do and they're still trying to spend time with you, it's probably not a rebound. But what usually happens in a rebound is they don't have shit else to do and they want to occupy their time. They want to occupy their time with you. So they're occupying your time. They're calling you up all times of the night. Hey, you want to come chill? Because they're alone, they're lonely, thinking about their ex, and you're a distraction. But let them be doing something where they're having a good time. They out with their friends, or they about to go out with somebody, or they got something else, anything else that they could be doing. They're going to be doing that, not spending time with you. So they're wasting your time and keeping you at their convenience. Another thing, and this is the last thing, becoming very honest. What? Somebody being honest with me is a sign that I'm a rebound? Yes. When people are really, really honest with you, it's usually because they don't give a shit. Honesty is usually like, it's a difference between telling people the truth and just telling people the blunt truth. Like, you know what? I ain't really that interested. I don't really care. I don't care. I did this. I did that. They start keeping it too real. That's how you know you've been a rebound. Is when they start keeping it too freaking real. Now, I told you I was going to tell you how you can tell you're a rebound, but I'm solution oriented, so I'm going to tell you how to deal with it. First thing you do is when you discover that you're a rebound, and it ain't going to be hard to figure out, you probably already knew. This confirms it for you. When you discover that you used to be a rebound, that you're a rebound at this time, cut off all communication. 100%. Cut it off. Even if you have to do something like tell their ass about themselves so that they no longer want to talk to you, cut off all communication. I don't care if you got to call him a hoe. I don't care if you got to call him, say something bad about his mama. Cut off all communication. That is how you start it. Now, you're going to want to change your story. You're going to want to not end up being the damn rebound. So that's going to keep you wanting to go after this person because it pisses you off that you're a damn rebound. You're like, man, I'm a rebound. That's what I am. That's what happened to me. The pride and the ego is going to get to you and cause you to want to keep talking to this person. But you know what you're going to find out? If you cut off communication, you're not really that interested in them. The only thing that kept you interested in them is the fact that they gave you the best of them at the beginning because that was what they still had left over for the other person. You didn't have to knock down any doors. It was right there in front of you. The best of that person was right there in front of you without knocking down any doors. So you're going to keep fighting for that, but that's gone. I promise you, you'll never get back to that. You want that back, but you're not getting back to it. So just close that window. Close that door. And don't talk to them no matter what. That's the key to getting over somebody when you're a rebound. Cutting off communication. Then when you cut off communication, start spending time with other people. Talking to other people. Doing different things. Sometimes you may even need a rebound. But it's a vicious cycle. But you got to make sure that you do not make yourself available to somebody. And no matter what you do, if you get rebounded off of somebody else, the natural thought process to do is to go back to an ex. Or go back to somebody who you really weren't that interested in to begin with. That's going to be like a natural thought process. That's a good way to get yourself caught right back up in a fucked up relationship. You got to remember, the reason why you end up in rebounds a lot of times is because they have a piece of what you're looking for and you have a piece of what they're looking for. It looks like the whole damn thing because all the stuff you got going on from other people in your past are still with you, plus that little piece that other person is providing. Rebound was never that good, and it never will be again. Ride a rebound out. If you had a good time with it, cool. But just realize that once it's over, it's over. Cut off that communication. Move on. If you like what I said or if you didn't like what I said, leave some comments down in the box below. Make sure you subscribe to the page too. And hit me up on Twitter at askchazzellis. Appreciate you guys for listening. Hope I was able to help. Peace out.